If we do one of those things like, check out the painting right here.
We're gonna put it. We're gonna put it here.
Can we put a drawing that I made instead? And
Dude.
just say that's the painting.
Bro, 100%.
Let's get it.
We're gonna put it. Okay.
Yeah. This
Chris,
is the painting right here.
Chris, get that. Okay. I make promises that he has to keep.
That's so funny.
Then I'm
I
like,
didn't
dude,
know that.
Chris, whatever he just said, fix it out, make it happen, man.
Yeah. Isn't it a nice purple elephant? And you see the stripes right here.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's all in the shape of turkey. That's correct. Yep. And
Have fun,
and
Chris.
it's a picture from space.
And it's
so.
fucking beautiful. Chris, thank you. Thank you for all your work.
I'll see you at Oshaga, Chris. Thanks, bud.
This time I got it. Dude, Kyle, man, that's it. We started.
I love it, dude. I love
the
it.
camera.
I'm good. Looks good. Everything looks good. What's up, everybody? You good?
Dude, man, it's fucking great having you on. I know we've been kind of like talking. It took a while to make this happen.
It took a while, man. It took a while, unfortunately. And even today, right? Like,
oh, dude. What are the odds?
What are the odds? You know, like, I was stoked. I took the full day off. I have nothing else. Bam, flat tire on the way. But thankfully, my buddy, Lima, the driver, he came through. He killed it, dog. It was fucking good.
Dude, when you send me the message or when you called and you're like, hey, man, I don't know. Do I take the Uber and come? I said, this has never happened before. But I'll come get you, bro. If you need help. I was like, okay, dude. You're like, no, man, don't worry. I got to drive. I'm coming. I'm like, okay, perfect. I was just like, what are the fucking odds of this happening? Literally, we spoke.
I know.
Boom. You get in the car, the flat tire, and then fucking a driver shows up, dude. I'm sitting on my porch. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy?
I had to like pull through, you know? I had to pull through. But the real problem is I left my cereal in the car.
Oh, dude. I was even telling Chris. I said, "Oh, dude, this is the guy that's gonna fucking eat cereal on the show."
Dude, I was the guy, dude. I was that guy exactly you're speaking with. I was gonna be that guy for sure.
I'm like, I have a guy that wants to eat cereal on the show. He's like, bro, this is amazing, and I'm like, I know, I can't wait to eat cereal.
Yeah, dude, I will just for everyone else who always like I get a lot of people ask me actually on podcasts. This is like one of my first, and I always bring my cereal. So that's the thing. So I'm kind of disappointed.
So I was gonna say, how you feeling right now that there's no cereal?
I don't know, man. I might come back later today and like we'll
I
add
find
a
you in
picture
my-
of us eating cereal. You know,
Dude, I find you in my house just eating cereal. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Dude, didn't you leave like 6 hours ago?
6 days ago. I'll be there for days. You'll never get rid of me now, dude.
But okay, how did the cereal thing start? What's the story behind the cereal? We need to. I need to understand this because Chris and I were like,
dude, you're gonna be so disappointed. I love cereal. You know, that's it. I just love cereal. It's delicious. It's fast.
It's fast. It's efficient.
And efficient. You know, and it should be eaten for every meal of the day. I think.
So you're one of the fucking cereal like for real,
dude. That's like I'm about to cereal. Honestly,
for me it's peanut butter.
Peanut butter?
Dude, peanut butter. I could eat peanut butter all day. So it's ugly. You know, sometimes when you grab the
It's
spoon,
a bit.
and you're
you
like,
know?
and you eat it like it's ice cream. I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, I have a problem.
But wait, ice cream? Now that's a whole new thing. I'm with the ice cream too. You don't no to ice cream?
I'm okay.
Fuck, I should ask this question before I said yes to go on the podcast.
You know what? I'm out. Fuck that.
Yeah, but no. Yeah, sorry, do we swear in this podcast?
We've been swearing, I think, like for the last 3 minutes.
Shit, fuck, shit, fuck, shit. Let's go.
Shit.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
We got a few of them out.
Gotta get
Okay.
them out.
So, dude, okay.
Yeah.
Honor Roll Records. What
sir.
is Honor Roll? Talk to me about how you started. Dude, you do everything. It's like a label. It's artist management. I saw photos, bookings. You do everything. So you're like, I want to start a label. Why?
It all started when I was in a band many years ago.
Chicks
we
and
had
Dicks.
Chicks and Dicks, yes sir.
What a great name.
It was a good name. So there was 2 girls and 2 guys in the band, and so we thought it was appropriate to call ourselves Chicks and Dicks, basically. And
Nice.
We did, and we had a lot of fun doing so for many years, and we it was a good chance to learn about the industry. And how things work and how to manage yourselves and how to manage artists.
Yeah.
And throughout it all, honestly, you see so many good bands and artists and musicians and just a bit of everything. They come up and like they never really go all the way, and it's a bit of a shame because
we're talking about that.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame because like I feel like it's like there's a large amount of waste basically, and it shouldn't be waste. Like we're an artistic city, we're super cultural, and the arts is just amazing here. It's like
Yeah.
amazing. Like no matter what kind of like
Yeah.
what are you looking in from, like you can look at like metal to like hip hop to like
It's a
the
melting pot.
graffiti artists to the painters to the fashion.
Yeah.
Like we do really good. We do really good in everything. And I just feel like the music, like there's not enough people that go all the way, and I think there's people that deserve to go all the way. And I think with music, if you have passion about music and you have love for music, you should want to do something that's timeless and that touches a lot of people in any sort of way, that affects people.
I hear you. As a musician, I hear that and I'm like, fuck. But to want to start a label is different, dude. Like that's something that is like, it's a whole other beast you're taking on, right? And it kind of, there's the business side of it, and there's all this element of, starting a business is tough for a lot of people. So to take it from a music perspective and the love and the passion, dude, like to drive to say, now I want to open a business and to help these guys do it, not just talk about it.
I think it's really about putting a team together because it's too much for one person to do. Like, just realistically, there's no way one person could do all that stuff, right? Like, so I think it's really about building a team, and we took our time, we built our team, and we made our mistakes, and we learned from them, and we grew. And, you learn, like, you can have a bunch of all-star players, but if they don't play good on the same lineup, then it's useless, you know? Man. So it's just about, like, I don't know, I think about putting a good team together and having goals and believing in artists and believing in helping music grow. I feel like a lot of labels just look for, like, artists that already have it.
Yeah.
And I think that what people should be doing is trying to help artists gain it.
Yeah.
Which is a bit different, right?
Yeah.
Than just saying, like, oh, you got it, I'll put some money in you. And saying, hey, you could be amazing, and I'm going to help you be amazing, and I believe in you,
Dude, what a difference in the concept of saying, I'm going to give someone, like, the chance, like, I see something. It's the time that you're investing also in that artist. It's a lot now because you see the potential.
Of course.
Instead of just, like, taking it in, like you were saying.
100%.
Dude, but that's awesome that you look at it from that perspective now of, like, look at okay, like, I see something in this guy.
I think in the long run it goes better because once that artist sees themselves go from...
Yeah.
From like a B to an A,
Yeah.
The belief in themselves is like so strong, it's so strong. I think just before we were talking about the US thing, a lot of these artists, like, they start getting some momentum.
Yeah.
To go right to the US.
Yeah.
And like, a lot of them do good, but a lot of them come back like, like beating up war vets, and like, they don't have that confidence
coming
anymore.
into damage.
Yeah, they're coming damaged, they come back damaged, and like they never hit the stage the same again. It's heartbreaking,
It is, but it's crazy because everyone that feels like they've tried to go down that road and it comes back and it hits them hard. Dude, when they talk about it, it sounds like a wartime story.
Dude, it's sad.
It's sad. Yeah, you feel bad. Even
how was LA? It was good. We hit the studio a bit, but like,
fucking never panned out.
Yeah.
You see that there's this like, and then, dude, you want to be a rock star at one point in your life?
That's a good maybe. Yeah, I was in like punk rock, like I just wanted to like have fun,
Okay,
like a lot of fun, and we did. And we did.
Point.
And we did,
I can't talk more about this.
No, we did. We had a lot of fun. We opened up for a lot of good bands. We had the pleasure of opening up for like CJ Ramon, the Casualties. We got to play with Jason Rockman band Slaves on Dope, which is like that was honestly one of my personal favorites. And just a bunch of other like other cool bands. Picasa, the best punk rock band in the world, in my opinion, honestly. And it was a true pleasure.
What happened with the band then? Do you mind? Like, can I ask? Like, what happened with the band?
If
you remember.
A lot of things. I don't know. At the time, we played a lot of shows. Like, in a year, we played like, I don't remember the number, but it was over 300 shows in a year. And like, we just like, we killed. Like,
holy shit.
We just jumped around as many shows as we possibly could. And like, we didn't even practice anymore. We just did like shows.
The show was the practice.
Yeah, the show was kind of the practice. And there was a lot of mess ups and we fucked up. And it was fun.
Yeah, man, but
it was fun.
It's funny because, like you were talking about earlier with the artists and coming in and breaking through and all that stuff. Sometimes it feels like when I think back to my band, like you have the dream of being like the rock star, the label, but it was so tough. I feel like at that time to just fucking like connect with someone that wanted to help you and not come in right away like expecting something big out of you because you're kind of just starting something. Yeah. So it's like, how do you find an artist? What are you doing? Like, what's the, like, you don't have to go into the details of it, but what is it about an artist that makes you want to say, fuck, I'm going to believe in this one?
I think it's really about the the people, right? I think it's about the people. I think a person makes the art, and I think if you believe in someone, and you know like
Yeah.
who they are and what their intentions are, and
The
I guess
story
there's
behind
the
them.
story behind them, what they've been through. There's so much that goes into it, right? Like, and it's not so like black or white. It's not so
Yeah, it's
easy
a
to see,
linear.
right? But the truth is in my experience, I would definitely take someone who works really hard over anything else.
Yeah.
You know, so someone who's going to be there for every opportunity, and someone who's going to keep on trying, and someone who's not going to give up. I think that
Yeah.
has more value because we have a great team, and I can teach you music.
Yeah.
We can teach you music.
Yeah.
But I can't teach you how to be likable. And I can't teach you what to do when it's just you talking,
Yeah.
you know, to
It's your
someone
character,
else.
right?
It's your character. Do you know what I mean? I can't control those things.
Yeah, man.
So I think those are more important things. And then like, you know, obviously the music is as well because it's such a competitive industry, right?
Yeah.
But like I said, music we can teach. We can help you learn stage presence. We can help you learn all sorts of things that are useful for the music. But being a good person, being a nice person, being polite,
like
being
the
respectful,
basics, dude.
the basics.
The
You
basics.
can't learn. You can't teach people that. Like, if you meet someone who's 25 years old and they don't know how to show someone respect, they're never going to respect anyone in their life. Like, it's what are you going to do, man?
But it's fucked up, dude. It's like those are some of the basics that you figure someone walks in and should have. But when someone actually has those basics, it's fucking noticeable because it's like not many people are gonna. They'll say they want to do it, but they don't always want to work hard.
Of course.
They're willing to do it, but not on Christmas Eve because it's family and like, dude. There's sometimes where
So many excuses. Honestly.
you have to just go. Like if you really want, you just have to go. And I think that's when like you see the level change.
Of course.
And
obviously, I'm not going to put as much money into it. Straight up.
Yeah,
You're not going to invest your investments in someone who doesn't care about something is going to be much smaller than someone who works really hard because there's less chance of getting money back.
Yeah.
So it's just, like it's a bit of that. It's a business relationship. It's a business
well,
relationship.
dude, you're helping each other, right?
Exactly.
So when you started, okay, if we go back to the honor roll, because I saw something on your site, the name was like, dude, what's the story behind that? I think it was like something about Bob's
Bikini Babes.
Yeah, dude. I was like, there was something I couldn't remember if it was Bob. I dude, when I saw that on the site, I was like, I have to ask this question. What the fuck? Like, what's the name from? And then why change is such a good name?
So wait, can I counter question your question?
You can counter whatever.
Do you think Bob's Bikini Babes is a better name than Honor Roll?
No, man. Honestly, Honor Roll is a fucking great name.
Okay,
Bob's Bikini Babes was a great punk band name.
Interesting.
As a punk band, 100%. So
you want to start a punk band me called Bob's Bikini Babes? We can do this, dude.
It fucking sounds like a great name for a punk
Dude,
band.
let's get it.
But as a label, totally Honor Roll. Different vibe.
So I wouldn't want to really mention anyone's names out of disrespect for them for this, but my first team I had putting together, we had a bunch of cool name options being thrown on, and one of my dearest friends said that out, and he went on vacation after that for a bit. I didn't see him, so the truth is like that was like a special, it was a special input of his, so I wanted to like continue it like in the business,
Nice.
So I just put it in the bio, so it made it in.
Yeah.
But it was one of the first names ever mentioned, yes.
Cool.
Bob's Bikini Babes.
Okay. And then so now when you guys do Bob's Bikini Babes, it passes, and someone says on a roll, and now you're there.
Well,
how do you start? But how did you start this idea? Just in like, how do you start a project like this?
I had a lot of help from a good friend of mine, Rene Garcia from The Brains. He was very helpful to me. Shout out Rene, shout out all the guys in The Brains. They're fantastic. One of the best psychobilly bands in the world. They tour all over the place. Definitely something everyone should check out. And Rene was working with us from when I was in Chicks and Dicks, like a young, and he's always did a lot in the music industry and stuff. He works with a bunch of different people. I wouldn't want to name any of them because it's not my business, but he does a lot of work with a bunch of different people, and he was very helpful, and he always kind of guided me. And still to today, we have a great relationship. We work together, and we just finished working together on a video game soundtrack, which he mastered. He did such a great job on, and it's been great.
Oh man, it's fun because you're seeing like, that whole partnership and stuff like that. But I mean, at the same time, now with the label, like, what are some projects that you're working on, and you're like, holy shit, this one's like, I'm excited about this one.
We've been really stretching to Europe a lot. We just did a Portugal tour with B. Rosie. He killed it. We did I think 10 shows in 11 days.
Dude, how was he when you call him and tell him, I got you like a tour in Portugal?
Well, no one's ever asked me that question. You know, that's a good question.
Dude, I can imagine being on the other line and someone says, "Hey, I just got you a tour in Portugal."
You know, I'm gonna be blunt with you. So B Rosie specifically,
Yeah.
he just released his new album Burbalicious. It's fantastic. And
Okay.
last year the guy's been killing it, dude. Like he's gotten so many opportunities. He got to play the Kazakh's fashion show. He killed it.
Nice.
The halftime show. There was at least 500 people there. He did the Portugal tour. He's really the ball's really been going for him, and he's super chill about everything. You know, he's like, okay, cool, let's get it. You know, he doesn't even like, yeah, you know, he said, hey, I can get from this day to this day off, and I said, okay, cool, booking the full time. We're leaving.
That's
and,
sick.
A week later, we jumped on a plane and we booked the full thing in 2 weeks.
And dude,
2 weeks.
was this your first time going international, or you'd already done this?
I lived in Portugal for a long time, so I have a lot of good connections
Okay.
to Portugal, and I just, you know, there was. You know, December, January is a pretty dead season for music.
Yeah.
It's not the best season.
Yeah.
So I figured, hey, instead of sitting around here and doing nothing, let's just jump on a plane and go find some new people. And we did exactly that. And we went and we just jumped on a plane. We went and played so many shows, so many different places, so many different people. And we got to meet new people and make new friends and introduce new people to the music. And he killed it, dude. It was fantastic.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
But so like, you know, when I think about it, you know, you calling somebody. So let's say this guy B Rosie.
Yeah.
If you want to talk about him in specific, just
Sure.
mention him as
So
an artist. Was he someone that like reached out to you guys, or you reached out to him? Like, how did that even start?
So we tell this story. I gotta bring in Makeway Studios. My brother Brandon Buds. He's our partner at the building, and he kills it. So Rose used to record with him, and you know, Brandon works really hard. He works with like so many artists. So as a label, it only makes sense to find someone who has like this big artist income, you know. And Rose is one of the artists, and Rose is fantastic. And I told you, like, when I said someone who works hard, this guy works harder than ever. Like he's at the building more often than I'm at the building. He's at the office more often than I am, you know. And he works somewhere else as well. Like it's amazing.
Yeah.
He's the hardest working person like I've seen. You know, he works so hard. And he deserves it all. And his growth, if you look at his growth in the last like 5 years, it's crazy. You wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe it's the same person.
Dude, that's fucking awesome. Because that's the hardest thing, is having someone that's like alongside you. You know, as a musician, dude, like, I don't know, when you think back to your band days, like, I wish I had, you know, someone on the side here that has connections, or that can help. You know, it's like in my mind.
Me too. And that's why.
Dude, like, when I think about like a label like On a Roll, if when I was in my 20s or in my late teens, early 20s, when the band was doing relatively well at the time, I'm like, I wish I had a fucking like person that I can connect with. I found everyone was very like isolated. You know,
Dude, honestly, that's such a huge problem in the scene. I think like, and now that like I kind of like, you know, expanded to a bunch of different scenes in the city. I'm just gonna call it all the hip hop guys right now. Like, dude, where is the support? You know how many hip hop artists are out there? And I'm just gonna do so many people who hate on me for this, but who the fuck are you to understand what kind of industry you are in and to love music, and you don't follow anyone? You're telling me there's not 5, 10, 30 artists that you've discovered in the city, which you're like, wow, I'm an artist and I respect art.
Yeah.
And I can see you deserve a follow because it's such an important thing in this day and age.
Yeah.
And you fucking sit there and don't follow nobody. All these people like support the system, support the art, support the art world. I love music.
Yeah, but they don't follow.
And you can't show support. Dude, like support's like, it costs nothing. Dude, it costs you nothing.
Yeah.
If I think you're a good artist, I'm glad to support you. I'm glad to post your shit. I'm glad to like your shit. I'm glad to follow you.
Right? Like,
I'm glad to show up to your show and watch your performance. I'm not doing you a favor. You know what I mean? I love the art. I love the art.
But it's like, I hear you, dude. It's like, it was so isolated, and so it's still like that.
It's not a supportive thing.
Yeah,
the metal scene here in Montreal, the punk rock scene here in Montreal, it's fantastic.
Yeah,
dude, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
I saw supportive people, new people every show. Dude, it's such a supportive industry. Like, it's such a supportive like genre. Like, and then the hip hop guys. It's just, you know,
interesting. I didn't do that.
That might be because they go on stage and like, yeah, check out my money and you know, like that stupid idiot shit. Like, that's not art, man. That's zoo shit. That's circus shit. You know what I mean? It's like, go up there and show your money until like, you know what I mean? I don't know, dude.
But dude, it's, you know, man, it's funny because I look at it and I'm so disconnected from it that I don't I don't look at it anymore from the, and that was kind of one of the main reasons for the show was I felt disconnected to a scene that there was so many amazing scenes going on. And then kind of like once I kind of walked away from music, I'm like, oh fuck, like I'm still like I'm here as an outsider and I like hearing the stories and like connecting like how the fuck in my head the way I was looked at it was I want to talk to the person that is making something happen because not everyone is going to fucking believe in that business because it's a local thing. It's Montreal. It's like fuck, you're a label, dude. And I heard and I started reading about you and I was like, I want this fucking guy to come on because who knows if there's a musician that's listening, this is why you go there. This is another guy like he started this and I'm like, dude, why the fuck not have this to support the local the side of things?
And I appreciate that.
No, but it's like the same thing like the music. Yeah, like that's my way. It's like if I can talk about somebody that's coming or it's going to benefit someone in the city, in our city, in our fucking friends, in our networks,
and
why wouldn't
everybody grow?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Like,
why would I not want to help this person that I think is doing something fucking cool? And so it's the same thing, dude. I don't understand the concept of not wanting to help because then the scene becomes better
for everybody.
For everybody.
For everybody.
No.
Like it's like, but everyone just feels like they have to compete with each other. But
yeah,
I don't think that's the case. I think everyone should try to help each other and support each other, and we should become a more supportive community. And there's no language to music, so
that's what makes
it doesn't matter. I think that's another big thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's no language to music. Yo, Pavarotti is probably one of the best singers of all time, and like, can anyone argue that? Is it like you know what I mean? I don't speak Italian.
Yeah,
you know, these guys. He's one of the best voices of all time, right? Like we don't need to stay so separated. We could be more supportive. We could be more united, and I think that would make Montreal a much stronger city.
Dude, 100%. And like you would see, the bills would be better.
Dude, the bills would be much better.
You know, the bills would. If people would actually say, you know what, you're sick at what you do, I'm sick at what I do.
This and guy no money involved.
Yeah,
you're gonna have a good show with a bunch of good artists.
Yeah, dude, it's like, and then when you look at all the best scenes, I find whenever you look back in time, or even relatively like all the cities that are killing it, the scene is a real scene in that city. So it's like, let's say, obviously, I was a big rock person. So the whole grunge era was Seattle. It was the West Coast. There was a vibe that was going on. There was an LA vibe of like when there was hair metal and all that shit or whatever. And then there's a whole vibe that happens in each city. There was a New York vibe that came back at one point in 2000s, like the fucking, dude, all these different bands. And then all of a sudden, you know, but the city is like, there are all these bands that start playing together. And when you look at those old bills that you wish you were at one of those shows, you're seeing like 4 legendary bands that are playing together. Because the city's like, this is the sound of the city now. You know, dude, and so I don't understand why bands don't do this as much. Well, they do it a little more, but like the hip hop guys or whatever it is, it's crazy. Like it only helps the scene.
Yeah, but I think it's all in the attitude thing too. You know, like I used to smile when I went on stage. You know, I had a good time. I used to smile. You know, and I used to these hip hop guys going on. It's like you want all these people to come to your show and then you fucking mean mug everyone in the front row. You know, you go, fuck you. You know, fuck you.
I had my moments. You know, it's funny you say that because when I think back on my band days, there was some shows that I couldn't help, but the smile was on all day.
Yeah, dude, you're having a good time.
Right, dude, I'm smiling like a fucking idiot almost.
Yeah, you know, I'm there. I'm like, I'm usually pretty wasted too. I'm like, I'm probably making mistakes. I'm loving every second of it.
Dude, but then I had some shows where I had a bit of that vibe of like, oh, fuck, you know. You're looking like a dick in the front. And I don't know why, because you think at one point, like, the band just starts doing a bit, like, it started doing pretty good. So you're kind of like, oh, maybe, like, there's this bit of a dick vibe that
yeah, I guess it happens.
Dude, I can't explain.
Me, that'd be more when I'm doing backups. You know? Like, when I do backups, I look at, because I'm force singing. Yeah. So I look, I'm like, you know?
When I have to split guitar solos, this thing, you know, like all these stupid fucking things. Yeah, you know? Oh, man.
Yeah, but metal's a pretty serious thing, too. You're doing more metal, right? Like,
yeah, it was a hard rock vibe.
That's a hard rock, yeah. It's a bit more, it's a heavier, you know?
Yeah, it was like we had to be a little more.
You had to be a little bit more serious. Like, yeah, you know, that's kind of part of it. You
well,
know?
Dude, if Chris, the guy that produces the show with me.
Yeah. Yo, shout out, Chris.
Yeah.
I've heard your name 3 times.
Yeah,
I'm giving you a shout out now. Yo, thank you, Chris. We appreciate everything you
do. Dude, Chris and you would definitely have a punk, like, fucking vibe going on. Because he was in a
Chris
punk.
Who?
Chris Medeiros. I blanked out on his name. Chris, what's his last?
Portuguese?
Yeah.
Shit, cool.
Yeah, dude, if you meet this guy, he was telling me stories when he was in high school. I think it was Spider Monkeys. It was they opened up for a few punk bands, and you guys are like around the same age. So the whole punk scene, I'm sure, dude, he had like green hair. He was fucking funny, dude. When he tells me these stories, I'm like, Chris, it's so crazy, dude. I can't picture you.
Know Chris.
I'm sure, dude, you know Chris. Or somehow another, like one of the bands in that circuit, dude, at that point.
Probably.
They were doing pretty good. But dude, the whole punk vibe and everything, but you kind of give that vibe too. Like you bring that element to the label. Like there's a character. That's what I like about it. Like I feel like there's character to the label.
There's definitely characters to the label. It's not just me. I think there's a bunch of. This is the truth. If you try to make it in the music industry, you have to be a certain amount crazy.
100%.
Dude, it's like the highest risk business in the world. Like
it's insane.
It's like
you always have to create something new to help people. Like, and you're always trying to define. Dude, it's a fucking like never-ending game.
You know, the pandemic came. Bam, we started the live stream straight away.
Yeah, dude, I saw
straight
that.
away. The first
Jess was on it. I didn't know. Jess was on it.
Jess was on it.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jess as well.
Yeah,
Jess is fantastic. She's
Jess is fucking awesome.
She's like I'm saying, there's so many great artists in the city. Like
dude.
Jess, Stephen Voice, Phrase, Madeline. I think Madeline's in New York now, but she was here. Like there's just so many good Montreal artists. You know, like shout out to all of them. Like I can sit here and shout out artists like for the next like however long we have left.
but that's what I found was cool. Is like even in the pandemic, because I did like a quick look. I'm like, oh, I saw like something was like an event or something. I'm like, oh fuck, there's Jess. You know, like I was watching and I said, oh shit. And then I'm looking at her like, oh fuck, like you put the time and the effort to do that in the pandemic. Like
we tried.
Dude, you were trying.
We needed to give artists a place to art. You know, we needed to give them a place
to present it, to create it,
to do. Because it was like, well, first of all, we have contracts with artists. You know, we have to give them a certain amount of shows.
I gotta fucking do it.
And obviously, a pandemic it kind of like gives us an exclusion on the contract. But their morals and their practices.
Yeah.
And like, you know, how, you know, like I was really struggling to keep everyone's morale up because I didn't want to have to come back from the pandemic and feel like I started where I started like years before, you know.
But how long is it that you have the company now?
Not as long as most people think. We opened the company in 2018. I opened the company.
Okay, so it's already 6 years.
We really started like, the first year was like team building, trial and error, trying this, trying that, you know.
Yeah, man.
2019 is where we kind of like
started like
really, you know,
putting your foot down, doing shit.
Foot down. We joined up in Verdun with the Make Way Studios in Verdun.
Okay.
We together we kind of outgrew that place real fast. So like 6 months later, 8 months later, whatever, we started looking for a new place, and now we moved on the place on Park Avenue.
Yeah, I saw it, dude. The fucking office looks fun, man.
Yeah, it's good.
It looks like, you know, it looks like you guys are having a good time. I think that's what I liked most about the page.
Dude, like that's like,
dude, I just feel like
I do this and not have the best time of your life.
Imagine opening up a label and it sucks. Like the vibe in the work environment.
Before we get too far, I will say this. Before you open up a label, I want you to know how much paperwork and lawyer work you're gonna do. There's so much lawyers and papers.
I can't imagine. I can't even imagine.
So that is something that kind of does suck. But other than that, like if you don't have fun throughout every second of it, you're not doing the right thing.
But dude,
you know, you're not doing the right thing because it's you're building people's dreams with them. How beautiful is that? Like, you know, other than making life, building dreams is like the next biggest thing, in my opinion.
100%, dude. So, like, okay, you wake up in the morning and you're going to a place where you are fucking doing that. Like, you're helping people to try to find ways, because you're helping them figure out how they can get to hopefully the part that they want to get to, wherever they end up. How they can get to, right? And you guys.
Yeah.
So it's like, you wake up in the morning, you drive into work, and you know you're doing that shit. Dude, that must be a great fucking feeling. Like I'm sure there's shit to it too, don't get me wrong. But like the concept, when you finish your day, you're like, I don't know, man. How you feel at the end of the day knowing that you're fucking having fun and doing all this shit?
First of all, our day's over in the end. That's the first thing. Okay?
Step one,
I'm
working right now.
I feel good though. I feel good.
Yeah.
Like I love it. Like honestly, my end goal is just to try to touch as many people through music, to try to like to influence as many people through music. You know, even if it's not my music, just any music. You know, I think music is timeless, and the truth is, one day we're all gonna die, and what are you gonna have? Like, you know, money doesn't matter, this doesn't matter, that doesn't matter. You know, so if you can leave something that's gonna last longer than you, which I said earlier, you know, something that's timeless.
Yeah.
I think that's like, you know, that's how you leave your mark on earth, right?
Why is dude? I think you said that a few times.
What? Timeless.
Like timeless, man. You've mentioned timeless. It's like leaving shit behind. Why? What is it about that I could see it, dude? It's for real. You mean it. Like there's people that talk shit, and then there's people that say shit, dude. And then I could see, dude, you go back to that. That's something that's real. Why is that so important to you?
I don't know.
Not a bad question.
Fucking good question.
Fucking good question.
That's a really
I felt
good
it.
question. That's a question of the fucking podcast, bro. It's a heavy question.
It's a heavy question. I'm just curious.
Let me see. I don't know, man. I guess I'm calculated. Like, I'm a mathematical person, okay? Like, I'm a calculated person. And I think throughout my calculations, I just realized that, the longer you can make an impact for, the bigger impact you're going to make.
Yeah, man.
And, I guess I could break it down a bit to you. There's all these old timers I know, old timers right in the hood, and like they're living in these little rooms, okay?
Yeah.
And like, they have some money.
Yeah.
And they're just living on basically nothing. And you'll go into their house one day to visit them, and a lot of them don't have a lot of family, so they're a bit lonely. And they'll say, "Hey, man, I'm having a great time here," and they'll straight away tell you about like that time they saw the Beatles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sure.
And it's just like I realized, like, some of these things touch these people so much that like it kind of affects their entire life. You're with something so small and simple, you could affect someone's entire life, for like a more positive thing, no matter what they're going through. And it's for all classes, and it's for all languages, and it's for all demographics of people. Like, there's something beautiful about it. I don't know.
No, man, it's fucking awesome because you're looking at it from not just the element of. I think what I liked about that is that you're looking at it from the artist, like their perspective, but also the impact that the artist has on the person.
Of course.
And sometimes we forget that, like, it's 100%. Dude, that you see that fucking thing right there?
Yeah, I was looking at this entire interview. What the hell is that? I love it,
dude. This thing is.
I'm taking it home with me.
Dude, that thing has their tickets from
tickets, for sure,
right? And if I could show you, dude, the amount of boxes.
You got no effects in there?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Okay. You got Streetlight Manifesto in there?
No.
Oh shit! Have you seen Streetlight Manifesto?
No.
Ah, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna take you to the show next time. Okay.
Let me know.
I'm gonna call you up and say, "Yo, heads up, I'm not gonna give you 2 weeks in advance. I'll call you like,
dude, don't worry.
Maybe 40 hours before. But yo, dude, Streetlight's coming.
Dude,
Let's go.
if I don't have anything, I'll come.
Yeah, no, I expect you to drop anything.
Yeah,
you have. I know you have kids too. So it's like,
dude, don't even worry about it. Do not worry about it. All of a sudden, I'm there with a baby, bro. I'm in the crowd. I told you I'd fucking come. We got a fucking baby, bro. I brought my fucking baby.
That's all I expect. I expect nothing more, dude. Like,
minimum requirement.
Minimum requirements.
I bring the baby, you bring the cereal. We just watch the show.
Dude, this is gonna work out, man. This is gonna work out.
This is something like a good fucking party. Dude, so this
good.
fucking thing, you're 100% right. Like those shows, every single one of those tickets, I have a memory.
That is exactly what I'm speaking of.
Dude,
that is timeless. You asked me, but you have it there in picture frame.
Dude,
can we show the people? Can we show this?
Well, definitely.
Come on. Sorry, I'm sorry. This is your personal shit. Can I show off your personal shit?
So here, I'll put it in that way.
Oof.
You see that?
One can't see it from here, but I know it's some fine shit. Let's see. Okay, what do we got here? Okay, we got Guns N' Roses.
Dude, every one of those shows.
Aerosmith. Oh, dude, you're a real rocker, man. You got that.
Yeah, dude, it's like there's mental rock vibes.
Yo, Kendrick Lamar. Was that at the Bell Center?
I saw him at the Bell Center.
I saw him at Bell Center.
I saw him at Oshiaga as well.
Oof. Okay, the Killers, Kanye West. These guys some good stuff here. So here's my next question: have you seen Rancid yet?
Rancid? No, I don't think I saw Rancid. There's not much punk on there actually.
No, there's not. We're gonna fix that for you, bud.
We're gonna. Okay, dude.
I'm gonna bring you to see Rancid. Maybe Oshiaga. You're coming to Oshiaga to see. You wanna go see?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to watch Green Day. I took the Saturday for sure.
Oh, dude, we're gonna be there together. Let's go.
Okay, make this happen.
So we are watching Rancid and Green Day. Let's go.
Okay, perfect, dude. So
Love it.
Chris is coming.
Oh, dude,
Chris
perfect. Dude,
Fourth
perfect.
reference to
Dude.
Chris.
That's 4th time now referencing Chris. Yo, shout out Chris, green hair. I think he's Portuguese with a last name like Madairush. And dude, let's. I'll see you at Oshiaga, bud.
Dude, but fucking, that's what I'm saying. Everything that you saw there,
yes.
I could literally tell you something happened those nights.
You're gonna
that
remember.
I will never forget.
That's forever for you. That's forever.
100%.
So basically, if I can help people be forever in a million other people. Even if it's not me,
but that's what I'm
it doesn't
saying.
have to be me. Do you know what I mean? It has to be my music. It's just about spreading the art to people.
Dude.
And I'm a sucker for art. I'll tell you, I'm a sucker for art. I don't go to art galleries anymore. My girlfriend says if you buy any art, you're gonna be out of here, dude. Like I don't.
You were on a fucking spending.
Oh my god,
frenzy
dude,
on fucking
dude, art speaks to me. I see something, I'm like, shoes, like
Well, dude, you came in with those mental sneakers. Those sneakers are on fire. I said, what the fuck is going on? There was like this shit happening on the side.
Yeah, like I'm a, but like I like art, Like,
yeah,
I like
dude,
I
that's
like
amazing.
like custom art pieces, custom things,
Same here, dude. I was on a boat. This sounds fucking bougie. What I'm just about to say.
I'm super bougie. It's okay. Welcome to the bougie cast.
So I'm on a boat next to Turkey.
Okay.
Okay, and there's a fucking art auction that's happening,
Oh,
and you have a few too many fucking drinks.
dude, that's the worst.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Fuck.
you're like me, dude. I won't start doing drugs. I'll start buying art.
I'm like, I don't care about any of this. You show me a fucking sick piece of art, all of a sudden, seems like a really good thing to have right now.
I feel it.
Dude, I see that fucking painting. I'm like, I must have this painting.
Yeah,
Dude, and I don't know. And I'm just going like as though I'm going to, like, how the fuck am I
I
gonna
feel.
pay
No,
for
I feel
this?
later,
Dude, I
Dude,
was,
I'm gonna
I was
feel
like,
it.
it was 2011. How am I gonna pay for this? You know what I mean? No, but I was like, I have to fucking have this thing. When I ended up buying it, it cost me like almost fucking $3,000, dude, at the time, which was killer. Like, oh my god, I can't believe I just spent $3,000 on this. It was fucking 2011, and I had to ship it and all this stuff. But dude, when I got it, I love that thing. To the day I die.
dude.
No matter what, people can offer me whatever money. They cannot take away that art.
I see
bro.
the piece? What's like?
Yeah, dude, it's in. I'll show it to you.
Oh, I'm excited to see it.
Dude, to me, it's like there was something about this fucking thing that I
And
just.
sometimes they're simple too.
simple, dude.
My good friend Grumpy, we call him. He has this giant it's just it looks like it might have been done by a 12-year-old, but it's a giant picture of potato, and I fucking love it, man. I've been trying to offer him so much money for years. He's attached to it, And,
Yeah, dude.
I respect it. It's just like
Dude,
that attachment to something.
No matter what anybody offers me for that, it would have to be so stupid the amount of money that they would offer me to sell that thing. It would take a lot.
So curious. I'm getting.
Imagine
so
you look at it,
curious.
you're like, it fucking sucks. Dude. What a terrible painting. You overpaid. No, man, but
If we do one of those things like, check out the
yeah,
painting right
we're
here.
gonna, we're gonna put it. We're gonna put it here,
We can put a drawing that I made instead, and
Dude.
just say that's the painting.
bro. 100%.
Let's get it.
We're gonna
Okay.
put it. Okay.
Yeah. This
Chris,
is the painting right here.
Chris, get that. Okay. He's got. I make promises that he has to keep.
That's so funny.
Dude, I'm
I
like,
didn't
dude,
know that.
Chris, whatever he just said, fix it out, make it happen, man.
Yeah. Isn't it a nice purple elephant? And you see the stripes right here.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's all in the shape of turkey. That's correct. Yep. And
Have fun,
and
Chris.
it's a picture from space.
And it's
so.
fucking beautiful, Chris. Thank you for all your work.
I'll see you at Oceaga, Chris. Thanks, bud.
But dude, man, so it's fucking like you. So you started that with or you have this idea now of it. So how does it work? Like, just the concept of running something like this. Like, what's going on in your mind, bro? All day of trying to help people all fucking day.
A million things a mile. A million.
A million.
Millions. You know what I'm saying? Proof made, right?
Yeah.
Like, point taken. Okay, so the truth is a lot of people management. Our products are people.
Yeah.
And it's really, I like to compare it to sports teams.
Okay.
I like to compare it to sports teams. You can't just put all your products on a shelf all the time and just shove them on a shelf and just package and ship,
Yeah.
You need to
No
kind
love
of-
to it. Just fucking.
You can't do that. You can't do that.
You can't do
Because
that, man.
a lot of these people have hard ups and downs in life, like everybody else, right?
Yeah, man.
They're people, and you need to understand that, and I think you need to work with them through that. I think people need everyone, no matter who you are and how good you are at your music. You need a bit of a bit of balance, and a bit of you need to be respected as a human as well as a product. You can't just be like, you're a product. I need you to push. I need you to get out there. You don't want to put your artists on stages if they're not doing good. If they're not doing good mentally, no one should be in front of like a bunch of people, right? It's like,
Dude, how insane is it that what you're saying is like, it's normal that someone would think like this, but how businesses just don't think like that.
and then they don't.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like you're taking the actual, the person, you're putting the person ahead of the product to a certain extent, obviously. You know what I mean? It's this idea of like, hey man, I'm trying to coordinate what the fuck is going on with your life too.
Of course.
That's huge, dude. Because not many businesses think like this.
It goes back to the beginning. You got to believe in a person.
Yeah.
And the person needs to know you believe in them, and you have their back, and they need to believe in themselves.
Yeah.
And if any of those things don't go through, it's not gonna happen. If you don't have all of those things, it's not gonna happen. If they don't believe in you, if you don't believe in them, and if you guys don't believe in each other, like, but you both don't believe in yourselves, it's not gonna happen. Right off the bat, there's 0% chance. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's that's important. And if people start having a hard time in life, which is a normal thing for everybody to go through, I think anyone who thinks like, oh yeah, I've never had a hard time in life, like they're full of shit, right? Like,
Yeah.
Everyone has hard times in life. So everyone has ups and downs, and it's okay. And you just gotta, I'm not gonna watch someone suffering and say, hey, I have a contract, buddy.
The guy's like,
dude, like,
I'm
wipe
fucking
up your
doing
tears,
great.
dog. I got a contract. You know what I mean? Get out there, like, dude, like, it's like that's not gonna benefit me.
Yeah.
That's not going to benefit.
It doesn't work
It's
for
not-
anybody.
It's not going to work for anybody, So I think it's just something you got to be a bit more courteous. So your products are people. You're not. It's not like something that can be packaged and canned and put on a shelf and have an expiry date. And that's not what it is.
Yeah,
That's
it's not that at all, man.
It's not that at all.
And it's art because, for them, I could imagine them wanting to be in a scenario where they have an ability to feel like, they got to do their work and everyone's doing their work and everyone's bringing something to the table, but that they don't have this fucking like feeling of like, oof. There's already pressure in life. I feel like what you help an artist understand is that I'm not here to put that kind of pressure. It's the good pressure. Like the pressure that's helping you, not the pressure that only helps me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like, fuck, dude, it seems like such a basic thing that most people or businesses should think of, but you're putting that as like the forefront. Why was that something that was so important for you?
Because I think the difference between all those people who made it and who dropped off was motivation. It all goes back to like a lot of people will jump out, will try to move countries and start moving around a lot, which is good. It's good for your career, but they expect having immediate change from it, and then like I said, they come back beaten up, and they lose that motivation, and that's why we didn't go to US. We went to Europe, and we'll be going back. I think you just got to keep them motivated and keep them believing in it. It's kind of like our hockey, right? Like, you follow hockey.
Yeah.
I see your, dude. Like, what's wrong with the Habs? We get some good players. We go to, the problem is the people beat up the emotional standards of our players, right?
Yeah.
You got good people like Carey Price and choose. Of course, all these guys are on drugs. Like, they can't walk down the city without being, you know what I mean? Dude, like, what?
Well, you always have like. I agree. Like when you have this crazy pressure on you, it's tough to show.
They don't care if you're people. They care if you win.
They care if you win, exactly.
And that's the problem. That's the problem. That's why we haven't won in so long. And hopefully we will win again soon because we got a pretty good team going on.
Well, that's the
Shout
thing.
out to the Habs.
But dude, you look at it and it makes sense. Because they're gonna hit a wall at a certain point. Like everybody hits a wall.
Everybody hits a wall.
Everybody hits the
And
wall.
especially in the music industry, when you start doing good, you get so many things handed to you at the worst of times ever, and it's like everyone wants to hang and everyone wants to party, everyone wants to chill, and like you don't really want to say no to everybody. It's like, it's kind of like being a bartender, right? If you're a bartender, you have to say yes to X amount of drinks, but people want to drink with you, and it's like it's kind of the same thing. You have to do that socializing. It's so important. You see all these big bands, you see them perform, and 3 minutes later they're sweaty, but they're behind their merch table.
Yeah,
they have a merch person.
Yeah,
they don't need to be there. That's for the extra benefits.
Yeah.
It's the full job. When you go play a show, you're not done when you've done playing the show. You're done when you're done talking to the people.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing is people don't, I always found, and I said this to someone, that when you go watch a show, you pay to watch a show not to hear the music. The music is part of it. But it's this experience.
Secondary.
It's this experience that you have with the show and the stage. I always remember one show, dude, Stone Temple Pilots. Obviously, it fucking sounds old. But Stone Temple Pilots is opening for the Chili Peppers.
Love the Chili Peppers.
Dude, what a great show.
Yeah.
And so I remember Scott Weiland, he just runs off the stage. And he comes up the row that was like just up the stairs, whatever, where we were. And like he's fucking like 10 feet away. And he's coming in, he's singing, dude. I remember what song it was. We were fucking stoned. Like, who the fuck remembers? And we're just looking and we're like, holy shit, the experience of that show. This happened like, dude, Californication's a long time ago now. Okay. And we're at that show and we're watching it. And I'm like, holy shit, this experience at the show, the songs and Stone Temple Pilots changed for me that night, the moment that happened. So I find, like you were saying, that connection after the show or getting close to the artist and getting to know the artist, you tend to look at the music as like it's important, but now I love the artist behind the music. Like I like this guy or I like this girl, and dude, the song is so much better after when you like the person. So I totally get it why they're at the merch table after, you know.
Well, the show is about an intimate. It's about an intimate experience.
Yeah.
I think that's the real difference, right? Like you hear the songs 100 times to the radio, to your earphones. There's no intimacy, right?
Exactly.
No one remembers. It's like, oh my god, I remember listening to that song in my headphones. That doesn't last.
Yeah.
That's not timeless.
Yeah.
Right? You go to that show, you have that experience, you feel the temperature, you feel the crowd,
Yeah.
you feel the vibrations in the floor, your experiences, your personal experiences you see, you know what I mean? Dude, the last No Effects show, I saw a guy in a wheelchair fucking
I was there,
crowd.
dude.
Yeah,
I was there, dude. Wow, was that crazy?
Dude, was that not crazy?
That was crazy. That was
It's
crazy.
like, dude, I was trying to take a video and it broke my phone.
I
This is a wheelchair.
I think I have the video of it.
You owe me that video.
I gotta check, dude, because I'm watching it and I'm like, is that a fucking guy in a wheelchair?
Dude, I fucking love that, dude. Yo,
What? That
big
was
ups,
sick.
my friend. Big
That
ups
was
to that,
sick.
dude. I don't see that in any of the scene. I'm just saying, I don't see that. Like that's love, man. That's like that's music. That's passion. That's like all the things I mentioned. That's like.
I was just about to ask you, dude. Like, okay, NoFX is one of those shows.
Dude, No Effects is like my.
Oh man, you gotta meet Chris, bro.
They were like, dude, I just bought my last 2 tickets. I'm doing the 2 shows in Toronto. I'm doing the 2 shows in Montreal, and then I'm probably going to Massachusetts for the last show.
Oh man,
because I got to see them in a venue too.
Yeah,
it's not the same thing. So whoever doesn't know No Effects, like yo, all these outdoor shows are fantastic. We got to see them in an enclosed venue because it'll never be the same.
MTELUS was amazing,
dude. Dude, that's the place to see them.
That was such
I still call it
perfect
Metropolis.
venue.
Dude, for me, it's like MTELUS. But
Yeah.
like for me, it's always gonna be Metropolis. It's like
Dude, the shows in there. Whenever you watch a good band in that show or a good anything in that venue, it's that in Corona Theater. Like they're kind of like in that vibe where you could just get there and you fucking feel the show. I feel like, dude, at Bell Center, I don't feel the show.
Dude, it's It
takes a lot.
I saw Kendrick Lamar at the Bell Center.
Okay.
Because I really wanted to see him.
Yeah.
But I really try to avoid seeing bands at the Bell Center or artists or anything because it's like generally for what you're. I just don't go see shows at the Bell Center.
I'm still going and see shows, but I feel you, dude. I find the Bell Center right now it's like you're disconnected.
You lose that intimacy.
I feel like I paid a ticket to watch a show. Whereas the other venues, a lot of them, I feel like I'm in the show. I'm at the show.
Yeah.
But the other one, it's like I feel like, I don't know, there's a disconnect.
It would happen
but
if you were there or
Place
not.
Bell. Place Bell, less. There's something about the Bell Center I find.
No, it's too.
It's like wide. I don't know.
Too wide.
It's too
too
wide.
big.
It's like you feel far away
Everyone's
from
too
it.
far from each other, and the seats are all like.
Yeah.
You don't get no one's sweat on you.
Yeah, dude. You go to a show and you don't smell like shit.
You don't smell like shit the next day. You
didn't go to a show. You went to
dude,
theater.
You did nothing, dude.
You went to
a
theater.
couple scars, some sweat. You want some poured alcohol. Things you drink, things you don't drink. That's how you know. You know what I mean? When you go like,
dude, when you look and your shoes are still white, by the end of the night.
No, I don't wear my white shoes for those things ever.
Dude, I put it on as a stress test sometimes. How insane is this show? I could tell by my shoes by the end of the day.
I used to do that with my white Converse.
Yeah, the white concept. They always get destroyed.
Dude, they always get destroyed. But
That's the bitch of your shoes.
But I don't want my white Converse not destroyed.
No?
No, I like my white Converse are always. Or else I look down and like they're so clean, and like my OCD starts going off and I'm gonna start cleaning all the time. Dude, I can't look. I can't live. I told you my goal is to be just to chill and be happy, dude. Like, I'd rather have dirty shoes. Shoes is gonna make me live easier than clean shoes.
Yeah,
I don't care what everyone thinks.
Fuck them.
But I will wear my nice shoes sometimes. Don't get me wrong. But,
dude, there's some shoes that you have. It's like like the wedding shoes. You don't fuck around. Like those shoes you don't wear. Those are special occasions.
I'm waiting for my my Bull Airs Mickey Mouse shoes.
Okay.
I hope you check this out. Check this out. What I'm telling you about, okay? They were amazing. And I'm so excited to get them. And for Bull Airs, they make all these like customized shoes, and they're so sick. So I suggest everyone go check them out right now.
Okay.
And,
dude, there's Aina. I'm calling out Aina now. Aina, go check this out. He's a psycho for shoes. Dude, this guy has a room full. It's like all boxes and they're all in order. Everything's in pristine condition. Oof. I look like a fucking pig next to him. Dude, my shoes look like they're destroyed. And him, I'm embarrassed. I can't walk.
Most of mine look like that too. Also, I have a dog. Dude,
I don't have a dog. I don't know. It's like I walk. It's like I almost try to dirty my shoes as I'm walking. I don't know.
I'm pretty bad. I'm pretty bad.
But okay, dude. So what shows? Well, what's coming up now, man? I'm curious to know. Like, if I'm a fan now, I like this interview. I want to fucking follow on a roll. Yeah. Like, what am I to like expect following like this label and seeing what's coming out of it?
I know we're working with a couple of new artists that I don't really want to mention yet. It's too soon, but we're working on a couple of new artists that we're bringing out. I know we're planning on doing a tour, you know, maybe at the end of this summer in Europe. We're trying to hit a couple more countries, trying to like expand a little bit. Maybe do like Portugal to UK, something along those lines. So that'll be one of our next steps for this summer. And, you know, we're just going to keep trying to like put ourselves in every venue and every venue and every podcast and, you know, everywhere around. So, you know, people can keep hearing about us and seeing our progress and everything we're doing.
And so it's cool because there's a lot of stuff that's happening, and I know we spoke about stuff too, and that to me is what's fun, is that it, like, I saw you do today, you had a fucking flat tire, and you still you got a fucking guy to come bring you, like, I'm coming, you showed up.
I called you and I called him, and I'm like, who's gonna get here faster? And he's like, I'm 3 minutes away. I'm like, sold, I'll be there soon, you know? And he showed up and picked me up, dude. Like, guy, he killed it.
But, dude, it was like, but no matter what, like, you were coming here. Like, the way you could have just fucking easily canceled. Like, you have other shit to do.
Yeah,
and I think that's the fun part, man, is that we don't know each other. You know, you're coming on here. Hopefully, my goal was to fucking look at something that I thought was cool and, like, show it to people and say, hey, man, like, I think this is cool. Maybe there's a few other people that like this. And you still came, and I know you're fucking super busy taking care of a bunch of shit. So, like, when you're like, what was it that for you feel like you're at that point now and on a roll where you want to bring this to? Like, where do you see like this vision of the company? I don't know where the fuck I was going with that question, but that's kind of where I wanted to go.
I just want to motivate people to be great, you know?
Yeah.
And like I said before, I just want to like help affect people's lives for the better, even if we don't take credit for it. You know, even if it's like we don't know how many people we affect for the better.
Yeah.
I think that's where the power is, right?
Yeah, man.
You know, I go back to like, you know, some of these old timers. I know we all know some old timers who'll straight away tell you, I remember that time I saw. And like in life, that's always going to be their first go-to moment, you know? And I just think like it's just impact on the world. It's not about bragging rights, and it's not about showing a statistic of how many positive, you know, how many times you could positively affect someone. It's just about feeling like maybe you did it and maybe you didn't, and you know, the mystery.
Dude, it's fucking awesome, man. I'm really happy for you. I love, like, we just met today officially.
Yeah, dude.
And, you know, it's like super chill vibes, man. Definitely, it's for the 7th time we're gonna organize something with Chris.
Yeah,
we're gonna hang out. Especially the NoFX, dude. That was kind of like the final
Dude,
straw. This is not normal. I'm like, you guys fucking... Were you in the same band or something?
Probably.
Dude, it's crazy. So definitely we got to organize something. And definitely,
I'd love to.
Yeah, man. And we'll come by. I'd love to see the studio or like obviously the office, man. Anytime.
Yep.
Come by, just fucking see the place because it looks like it's a fun place to hang and just to
We'd love to have you. We'd love to have you come do a day with us, you know?
Awesome, man. I'm fucking... That's it, man. I'm really happy you came by and...
Yo,
thanks, man. We had a good time.
Thanks a lot for having me, and I really, really appreciate it. And hopefully I'll see you guys again soon.
100%.
Cheers. Peace, boys.
Hey, thanks for checking out the show. It's been awesome working on this project. And if you like it, tell a friend. And if you want to support the show, you can by 1, subscribing and liking our YouTube channel at the DMW Podcast. 2, you can go to our website and sign up to our mailing list at the dmwpodcast.com. And 3, you can follow us on Instagram at the DMW Podcast. Thanks again for all of your support. My name is Stef, and this is the Dead Man Walking Podcast.